All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I am back again with another live. I'm really excited to be back. You guys, I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I just wanted to say happy early Valentine's Day to all of my beautiful people out there in the world. Happy Valentine's Day to my singles. Happy Valentine's Day to the couples and all of that good stuff. The babies, pets, and things like that. But yeah, you guys, I was actually thinking of a topic. This was actually inspiration that I had gotten. Um, excuse me, yes. So I had gotten inspiration from a live that I did on my Instagram. So if you guys are not, make sure that you are following me on my Instagram page called Joy Larkin 510. Also, Live Narc Free. Make sure that you are following me and give the video a like if you come in the room. Make sure that you do chime in on the topic. And also, you guys, thank you so much for your support, your love, your likes, shares, subscriptions. Those of you that brought my products, gotten support sessions, donated to the channel. Thank you so much. Please continue to keep doing that because it is helping the channel grow. Um, and it's helping other people get the information so that they can heal, they can recover. It's also helping me to heal and me to recover as well. So as I, reach out and support you all, that is helping me as well. So that means so much, you guys. Please continue to keep doing that. And for those of you that have left donations, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And also to those of you that have bought my sugar scrub, I love you so much. Thank you. That means the world. Appreciate you so much. So yeah, I had to get that out the way. Because yeah, that means everything. So anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about overcoming your insecurities, you guys, after dealing with narcissistic abuse. So you may be like, well, what do you mean insecurities, Joy? So let's kind of dig deep this time. So let's look up what is an insecurity. Now, kind of sort of like in my own words, I would say is insecurity is basically something that makes you feel a little uncomfortable at times, or maybe it can make you feel uneasy or unsettled when it comes to, maybe it could be like your physical appearance. It could be something about like who you are as a person, like maybe it could be your personality, or it could be, a mental thing, or it could be emotional. It could be like trauma, baggage. It could be just something that makes you kind of doubt yourself, or maybe it's something that makes you feel just like you may feel unsafe, or you may feel like unsure of yourself in certain situations and scenarios, whether it's just you being by yourself or whether it's you around other people. So I just kind of wanted to review that now. Let's look this up. So let's kind of dig deep here. What is insecurity? So basically, insecurity is okay. Yeah. So this is kind of spot on. So it says uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence. So as an example, it says she has a deep sense of insecurity, right? So yeah, insecurity could be like, again, you lack confidence, you lack self-confidence, you could like doubt yourself. You may be, some people may be like, oh, you're too humble, or oh, you're too meek, you're timid, or some people may be like, you're nervous, you're hesitant, you're self-conscious, you may worry a lot, you, like I said, you may feel vulnerable, you may feel defensive or defenseless, you may feel unguarded, you may feel like unprotected in some way, you could feel um like no stability, you could feel danger, you could feel like a lot of risk per se, you could feel iffiness, unreliability. So that's an insecurity also. Another, and this is, you can go to google.com to look this up as well. Also, another way in which a person, which could be insecurity, is a state of being open to danger or threat, lack of protection. So also insecurity, somebody could be like, oh, well, I'm lacking in this in regards to work and career. So someone may be insecure about work, or another person may be insecure about their looks. Some people may be insecure about their mentality, or maybe like their friends, their family members, their background, their culture. Some people could be insecure about their culture. You know, so now this is interesting. Now, these are some of the insecurities that maybe you could be dealing with when it comes to, dealing with narcissistic abuse. So this is really good, you guys, that I'm actually reviewing this with you all. So basically, this is the biggest insecurity, 19 common insecurities that people have. So somebody could say, oh, I'm not as attractive as other people. Someone could say I'm too fat. Somebody could also say my private parts don't measure up. That's a little explicit. So hopefully PG-13 to all the kids out there, just saying. Because I know I probably do have some people maybe between the ages of 13 and 14. So yeah, PG-13, just saying. But yeah, so I'm getting too old for this. I don't have many friends. I don't get invited to enough events. I don't have enough followers or likes on social media. I dress like I'm poor. And we're rich, by the way, just saying. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, so you could have some of these insecurities after dealing with the narcissist, and they could trigger that for sure. They can for sure trigger that. So let's take a look. I kind of wanted to explore this here. So basically, yeah, another insecurity could be, and I do want to touch on the other video that I made. I wanted to actually kind of go cover something in that regard. Excuse me, you guys. So basically, somebody could say, oh, like as far as money, they may want to make more. Some people may say not many people will miss me when I'm gone. Somebody may say also something in regards to them not being intelligent. Somebody will say I won't get into college. Me personally, I don't really care for college like that unless the person has a specific study that they want to do. But other than that, I'm like, you don't really have to go to college. You have to really just get like a skill. That's just my thing, a skill, or start a business or something. That's what my personal thing, but I'm just saying. But pretty much, somebody may say if they're working a job, they may want to get a promotion. Somebody could like be lacking that confidence. People may say, oh, people are talking behind my back. Some people might be, but I'm just saying. Somebody in regards to romantic situations, somebody, oh, my partner isn't attracted to me anymore. My partner is cheating, or at least thinking about it. When it comes to a narc, they probably are. Somebody may also, so this is a big one. So especially if you've been dealing with a narcissistic partner, you may think that you can't do any better. That could be an insecurity. You may feel like you may never find the one. That could be another insecurity. You may say, oh, he or she is out of my league. You may feel like someone's like too good for you, or you can't mount up to someone. You may feel that way. So, that's a really good article. So you guys could definitely check that out. It's called happierhuman.com. So I highly recommend just kind of reviewing that, in your own timing. But basically, just overcoming insecurity. So we understand what it means to be insecure, how people can be insecure. So you may want to know, how do you overcome these insecurities, especially after dealing with narcissistic abuse? So some of the things that we can do overall. Now, first, before we do get into it, I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I was able to overcome some insecurities. And don't get me wrong, it's not to say that at times, I may not feel, a little insecure at times. I mean, I'm not perfect, but for the most part, I'm pretty, secure inside of myself, which is great. It took me a while to get there because, as I've shared with you guys in the past, I used to judge myself. I didn't love myself. I didn't like myself at times. I'm human, so things do come in my mind at times, But for the most part, I get my mind back on track. I talk to myself and, kind of just get things going and back on the right track, right? But in terms of how I overcame my insecurities in regards to dealing with the narcissist, the biggest thing for me was kind of accepting the situation for what it was. So I had to kind of come to terms with, as I always say, who and what I was dealing with. I had to kind of just be real and let go of hope of like, oh, things are going to get better one day. That day never comes, right? And just have to understand that, Yeah, like I had to realize my worth, like what I deserved, like what I wanted and what versus what I didn't want. I feel like a lot of us former victims and survivors of narcissistic abuse were so focused on pleasing the narcissist and like trying to do anything and everything, um, as far as trying to do anything and everything to please that individual. And it's just kind of like, what am I doing to please myself? How do I feel about this? Does this make me happy? Does this not make me happy? Does this make me feel secure? Does this make me feel insecure, kind of thing? So I had to kind of like think about that, because I was at the time when I was dealing with the narcissist, yes, I was feeling very insecure. But once I was able to kind of break free and detach myself, I was just like, oh, wow, like I see what was causing my misery. I see what was causing my unhappiness. I see what was causing my uneasiness. I see what was causing me to make me feel nervous and make me to feel timid when being around a narcissist, because the narcissist absolutely will make you feel those feelings, and they make it seem like, oh, that's just who you are, when actuality it's not. The reason why you may feel insecure is because you're being abused, you're being mistreated, um, you're being taken advantage of, you're being treated as a child, and you obviously, or it may not be obvious, but if that is you, it could cause you to feel insecure, and it can cause for you to behave in that way, which can come off as you're insecure, but in actuality you're not, you're just dealing with an abuser. So I hope that that made sense, but more on how I was able to overcome my insecurities, when it came to dealing with the narcissist. Like I said, just really distancing myself, and really understanding the personality disorder was something that I did not have. But when it came to understanding who and what I was dealing with, I realized like you cannot change that in a person. So you either have to accept it or you have to just move forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I had to deal with that. And then also when it came to, dealing with other people after dealing with the narcissist, it was just more so like, okay, you know, um, I would eventually meet somebody else. I had to like talk to myself and tell myself that, you know, like I'm okay as far as like how I looked. Because the thing is with the narcissist, they will pick on you, right? They may find like something you may feel like maybe you're not as attractive, or maybe you could feel like you have something about your physical features that makes you feel like ugly or unattractive or undesirable from the opposite sex, and you could be like, oh, nobody wants me. That could have been the reason why you was trying to make it work with the narcissist, because you could have felt like, oh, no one's ever going to want me, or I'm never going to find the one, or I'm always going to be single, or I'm always going to have these toxic relationships, or I keep attracting narcs, like, maybe I'm a narc. That's not the case. You're not a narc. It's just that you may have an insecurity that could be holding you back from kind of moving past that insecurity and kind of challenging that insecurity, whether it's like in your mind, um, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever the case is. So let's just say you have a physical appearance about yourself and it makes you feel insecure. You may just have to talk to yourself and say, hey, you know what? God made me different. God made me unique. And I know I may not look like everybody else, but that's okay, because I'm not supposed to, and if you have someone calling you ugly, be like, no, I'm not ugly. Like, God created me as he should have. God created you as he did. So, you shouldn't talk about God's creation like that. You know what I'm saying? Because God, literally, yes, God is our creator, so God doesn't make any mistakes. Like, he makes us as we are, the way that we are, and there's a reason why he created us to look like how we look, so it could be you standing up for yourself when it comes to overcoming your certain insecurities, or again talking to yourself, whether it's in the mirror or just or saying affirmations out loud, like positive affirmations, and listening to positive affirmations, watching motivational videos to kind of help you to overcome those insecurities. That's what I started doing. I had to, start watching videos, reading books, and getting audio tapes of learning about like who I am, how to love myself. Because that was the other thing, you guys. That was like, I guess one of my insecurities was that I didn't love myself, you guys. I did not. Many years ago, I could tell you that for sure. I did not. I didn't like myself. I didn't love myself. And I felt like the reason why people treated me with the way that they did was because I deserved it. And I just was not true. It was not true. It literally had nothing to do with me. Like, and that's only one thing that you can take from this video, is that understand that the way that people treat you has nothing to do with you. It says everything about them and nothing to do with you. So don't take what other people say about you personal. Just realize that they have an issue, they have an insecurity, and they're projecting that onto you. So just remember that, if that's anything you learn from this video. So, and that's something that took me a while to get into my head, because yeah, like some people will do things to you, and some people just want attention. Some people are just looking for attention. Some people could be, feeling like, oh, because I look a certain way or I'm a certain race, I get to treat you this way, vice versa, whatever. They may have different privileges. They feel like, oh, I can talk down on you because you look this way, kind of thing. It's like, no, that's not okay. Karma is a B, right? So trust me, you may not see a person get karma. Maybe like if you could have a situation happen between you and a person, but just understand that they're going to get there. So do your best not to react. Don't allow people to get you to react emotionally, get you outside of your character, because then at that point they would take your power away. And one of the things that I encourage all of my viewers and my subscribers is to always keep your power, because that's all you have, and the only thing that you can do is control yourself. You have to learn how to control yourself. And that was the other thing too, is overcoming insecurity. Was sometimes I realized, like back in 2014, I realized that insecurity of mine was reacting or responding in a way where, I wouldn't be so proud of, right? During that time. And one of the things that helped me was, again, what I literally just said, was understanding that I only have control over myself. I don't have control over what other people think, do, and say about me. I only have control over what I think and do and say to myself, right? So again, that came from me reading books. Right. I had to read books. I had to study. Like I said, I had to listen to audios. I had to reprogram my mind for positivity, for, inspiration, encouragement, self-love, self-value, self-worth. Like, what's your worth? What is your value? Do you know what your value is? Do you know what your worth is? Do you know what you deserve? Right? Whether it's just, if it's family, friends, associates, coworkers, colleagues, anything, and that can even go for a job per se, like a job that you're working at and like, this is a deadbeat job. It's kind of like, okay, do you just stay there and complain all the time? Or do you go and try to search for another job, right? Try to see if you can find something else. You get me? So, that's definitely something to think about for sure. But yeah, overcoming insecurities, that's a big thing, because we all have something that we might be insecure about, and social media doesn't help either. Like, social media makes it seem, oh, you have to be perfect. You have to look this way. You have to dress this way. You have to earn this amount. And, some people's insecurities could be like, oh, well, I feel like I don't earn enough, or I should be making this amount, but I'm only making this amount. Actually, you guys, I wanted to share a book with you. I just started reading. I'm going to post this on my social media. This is called Tapping Into Wealth. You guys, this is really good. If you guys want to learn more about, overcoming like money challenges, money insecurities, or, overcoming negative programs, negative belief systems, this right here, honestly, I haven't started tapping as of yet. I've tapped before, but I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to let you guys know. But I'm really excited. Like, so far I've read, let's see here. I have read, let's see. What page am I on? Because I was kind of reading some earlier today. I want to say I'm on page, what page am I on? Oh, I'm on page 71, you guys. SDA. Yes, that is how I spell my name. Hi, how are you? How are you, SDA? Welcome. And make sure y'all give the video a like. Like the video. But yeah, so far, you guys. So it's called a groundbreaking program for increasing your income. It says tapping into wealth. It says how emotional freedom techniques EFT can help you clear the path to making more money. So I'm really excited. I'll let you guys know how it is. So yeah, I highly recommend getting this if you want to learn more about that. I actually got it as a recommendation. This lady I follow on YouTube, her name is Louise Zoe. She's a really good, she's an entrepreneur, business coach. She's really good at, I watch a lot of her videos, and she kind of helps like entrepreneurs like build their businesses. And I just looked at one of her videos in regards to recommendations on what she was reading. There's going to be some more books that I get. So as I get the books, I'll share them with you all. So that way, if you want to learn more about this and how you can implement it in your life, highly recommend it. It's so far so good. So yeah. And I'm good. Stand up for domestic abuse. Absolutely. For sure. Most definitely. For sure. Have you been through domestic abuse, SDA? Yeah, maybe we'll make a video on that in regards to domestic abuse. Honestly, I have not dealt with domestic abuse, thank God, but I know others that have, and that can be very scary. So if you're dealing with domestic abuse, please make sure that you reach out to the domestic abuse hotline and get help, get support. Do not play around with that. That is a very serious thing. So you do want to make sure that you do protect yourself and your family at all costs if you are in a domestic abuse situation. And SDA, you said no, I meant that my name channel. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I get it for sure. That's awesome. I love that. That is great. So yeah, if anybody that comes in the room wants to chime in, please do not hesitate to do so. But I kind of wanted to get into more on the topic again. So let's go over how to overcome the insecurity. So I kind of talked a little bit about, how I overcame the insecurities that I was dealing with per se. And even when it comes to like finances, like a lot of times, again, I watch videos on YouTube because, I feel like the society makes it seem like, oh, if you're not earning this amount, if you're not doing that, oh, you're a loser, or, oh, like you're a bum, or, oh, like you should be doing this and that kind of thing. And it's just like, no, like, you can like pretty much choose what you want to do, right? As long as, it's not harming anybody and, it's the life you want to live. Yeah, you may have to struggle for a bit. Yeah, you may have to walk out on faith, step out and trust God. But at the end of the day, if it makes you happy, do what's best for you. You get me? Or but no, that was the main thing I wanted to just talk about was overcoming your insecurities after dealing with narcissistic abuse, because like I said, you will have a lot of insecurities, right? Like I said, the narcissist will make you feel insecure, like every time that you're around, they will make you insecure. And each time you're around, the longer you're with them, the worse it's going to get, and the more stuck you will feel, and you will be in whatever insecurity it is that you have or they have caused you to have. So that's why I always say it's really important that you can get to talk to someone about what it is that's making you feel insecure, and also not just talk, but actually do something about it. So let's just say, for instance, maybe you could feel like you're fat or something like that. Maybe you might want to go to the gym. Maybe you might want to start working out. And it's not to say that you're fat, but you do want to be healthy, right? So you got to make sure not only do you talk to someone about whatever is making you feel insecure, but you have to be action oriented. You have to do something to get a different result. You have to do something to see, whatever image that, or like whatever goal you have for yourself. You can't just think it's going to fall out the sky, right? You got to be action oriented and goal oriented, right? But yeah, SDA, you said I was in a relationship for 6 years, been single now for 7 years. Okay, okay. And how has that been for you? Being out of the relationship with the narcissist for 6 years, and how has it been being single for 7 years? I would love to hear your experience. But yeah, so let's continue on in terms of overcoming insecurity. So let's see some more things that we can do. So if you're watching this, you're like, hey, Joy, how do I overcome feeling insecure after narcissistic abuse? A little bit more, right? So if you go to betterup.com, so some of the things that you can do is, you can confront your feelings. As I said, setting goals. So it says here, set achievable goals. So what goal do you want? Now let's just say real quick, you may have a insecurity about yourself that you feel that you cannot change. You may be like, Joy, well, I feel what you're saying, but there's something about myself that I feel like I can't change, and I feel insecure about it. So what do I need to do? Then at that point, you just got to learn how to accept it. And you have to say, like, again, as I said earlier, God made me this way and God did not make a mistake. So you have to talk yourself into like accepting that insecurity about yourself. You have to learn how to love it. You have to learn how to like it. And it may not happen overnight, but you have to learn how to accept it and say that this is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I didn't have anything to do with it. Like, you didn't, like, God created you. So we didn't have any control over how God made us. You get me? So yeah. And SDE say you have your freedom. That's good. So you haven't been dating or anything like that. You just kind of just been doing your own thing for the most part, if you don't mind me asking. And so yeah, and then as far as more tips on overcoming your insecurities is embrace yourself as you are. Yeah, so again, challenge your negative thoughts. That's why I say reading is a big thing. That's why if you have not yet gotten my first book called Reclaim Your Life Back, second book called Your Pain Will Make You Successful, those books are really good for challenging your negative thoughts, because I'm telling you, the narcissist is negative. So the more you are around a narcissist, they are going to make you so negative. They're going to make you pessimistic. They're going to make you disgruntled. They're going to make you just like a negative Nancy, or just complaining all the time, a deadbeat downer, a deadbeat, what's the guy's name? A deadbeat, Dodge. I don't know. I'm just making up names, but you get me? Like, they're going to make you like them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you really got to make sure that you're putting in the work as far as doing your inner healing and doing the things that's going to help you to overcome your insecurities. Because you got to remember this, you guys, your insecurities don't go anywhere. They stay with you for life until you're able to do something about it, to whether it's open it up to express whatever that is, or to challenge that insecurity, so that way you know that it's really not that bad. Like, it's all good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And you said, nope, I stay to myself. No dating. Okay. I have a voice now. Okay. I feel that. Yeah. I like that how you said that, SDA, because I do feel like a lot of people that deal with the narcissist, they do feel like they don't have a voice. They feel like they can't speak up. They can't say anything because they fear for their life, or they fear for their safety. They fear for, their kids' safety. They don't know what the narcissist is going to do. You get me? And I completely understand, because the narcissist is capable of anything. And this is not to make anybody feel scared or fearful, but it's true. Like, the narcissist will literally do anything, And so, sometimes you may feel like you're in a cage, like you're a caged bird, just like, oh, you trying to get free. Like, you get me? And then when you finally get out of that relationship, you're like, oh, God, like, you feel so good. You feel such a relief. Like, wow, And yeah. And you said, SDA, maybe 7 years ago, I was afraid. Not today. Okay. Yes. Yes. No longer afraid. I'm happy for you, SDA. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can completely understand what it feels like to be afraid of speaking up and speaking out about what you've gone through. I know for me, personally, I went no contact with the narcissist in 2014. From, I would say, May 2014 up until, I want to say it was like March or February of 2017. That time frame before, those two connected, I was scared, you guys. I was so afraid to speak up about what I had gone through. I was afraid to tell people about my experience because, again, the insecurities came up, right? I was afraid of like people was like, "Oh, you're stupid. Like, how could you not know?" And oh, why didn't you walk away? Or, you should have moved on by now. Like, what's wrong with you? You could do so much better. And what's your problem? Don't you value yourself? Don't you know your worth? Like, what's wrong with you, kind of thing. So, you have a lot of that. People talking down on you, people not understanding you, people not really wanting to care to understand. They just might judge you because they're like, oh, I'm glad that's not me. They may pretend that they care or pretend that they want to listen and hear you out, but in the background they're like, ooh, I'm glad that's not me, and ooh, I love the drama and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They just like laughing, but deep down they really don't care. And like I said, they're just happy that it's not them, kind of thing. So you really just want to be careful about that, and as far as like who you tell and who you trust as well, because some people, they can't be trusted, and they may make a mockery out of your pain. That's not cool. But no, I completely get what it feels like to be afraid not to speak up. But honestly, I'm so glad that I did, because I realized like how many other people I can help and continue to keep helping. Because you got to think about it. Like, if I would have never shared my story, there were so many people that wouldn't have been touched. Like, so many people wouldn't have broken free from their narcissist. So many people wouldn't have spoken up either. They would probably still be with their narc, or they would still probably, whether if it's a romantic situation or it could be a parent, maybe they feel stuck to their parent, or they feel like just hopeless and vulnerable and afraid to say something to their parent, fear of, guess what other family members are going to think, kind of stuff. So I completely understand SDA. And you said no contact 2017, but he texts me once a year is crazy. I have a new number now. Yeah, the no contact is very important. I highly recommend it. Because the thing is the narcissist is very manipulative, and they're only out for self. They only care about how they feel. They don't care about how they make other people feel. But whatever action that they do, they don't care how that's going to affect you. And this could be a parent too. The parent is the same way, or an in-law, or you know let's say you have a spouse or a girlfriend or boyfriend, and their ex-partner is a narc. Same thing. They don't care how it's going to affect you, like you're the new person, or they don't care how it's going to affect their child or your spouse's child. They don't care how that's going to affect them. Yeah, they just, it's all about them getting their needs met and at the expense of other people's pain, and that's definitely not cool. It's unacceptable. And yeah, it's not right. So that's what this channel is all about, is to help the former victims, now survivors, overcome narcissistic abuse. So yeah, I'm glad that you guys are on the channel. So a couple things before we do wrap up, because I don't want to make this too long, but basically, again, in terms of overcoming your insecurities, is again surrounding yourself with encouraging people. That's why, like I said, I have this channel. I also have my healing and recovery room. So again, make sure that you guys do join. Actually, I can put the link in the chat. So for those of you that are in the room here, make sure you go ahead and join in for the healing and the recovery room, because yeah, I just want to continue to support and help those that want to be supported, right? Because again, as I always say, I understand that some people don't want to be supported. Some people don't want to get help, and that's fine. To each his own. To each his own, you guys. Not everybody wants to be helped, and that's okay. Some people are like, you know what, bro? Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need no help. I got this. I'm moving underneath the next person, or I don't have to speak to my parents no more. I'm Gucci. Like, I'm good. I don't, so that's to each his own, so that is definitely interesting. And you said no contact was hard at first. He left me in 2016 on your birthday. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's so harsh and hurtful. And that's the thing. If you SDA, watch my video where I talked about how the narcissist wants to hurt you so bad to the point you can't recover. That would be a good video for you. That's a good one because yeah, they will do stuff like that purposely just to like, oh, get you, dig that knife in deep, 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 deep. They want to get you deep, 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 you guys, but don't allow their stabs to stab you to the point where you can't get back up. That's the whole point, right? Because they want to stab you and they want to dagger that stab. Or if you're in no contact, they want to open that wound back up and hurt it again. So they want you to bleed, 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 bleed. But no, don't allow them to do that to you. You said that was the best birthday gift. You said it was hard. Oh man. Yes. Going no contact is going to be your best birthday gift for sure. Now, you guys know Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So, for those of you that are single, just embrace being single. Don't try to see being single as a blessing in disguise, because maybe it's like you got to work on yourself. Maybe there's some insecurities you still need to overcome. Maybe there's some triggers you still need to kind of learn how to get a grip, a hold on. Maybe there's something about yourself that you want to fix, right? You don't want to affect somebody else. You don't want to hurt anybody else. You don't want to drag anybody else in like your emotional pain or your emotional baggage or your addictions or drama or whatever it is that you have going on. Maybe during this time for Valentine's Day, it's good to work on yourself or treat yourself. Give yourself a Valentine's Day gift. Show yourself some love. Hug yourself, right? Hug yourself, y'all. I'm saying. I'm being silly, you guys, but no, for real. Let's give each other a hug. There's this guy. His name is Savon Champel. You guys should check out his channel. I got that from him. He was like, let's give each other a hug. Let's hug each other. Hold on, y'all. Isn't this funny, you guys? Look, I'm hugging you all virtually. Oh my God. You said he never bought me anything for Valentine's. Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Yeah, why would they do that? They don't love you. So, I mean, for Valentine's Day is a day for lovers, for people you love, for people you care about. And the narcissist does not love us at all. So it's like, we should not expect that. And even if it's your parent does not love you. Like if it's a narcissistic parent, like a full-blown narc parent, they don't love you. They don't. And that's devastating for a lot of people, to come to that realization. Like they don't care about you either. Only time that they really care for you is when you're being submissive to them or when you're being a puppet for them or you're jumping through loopholes like for them, and they don't really care about that either because they don't want you to do that. They they laugh at you and look at you like you're stupid or like, oh, like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, narcissists are different. And SDA, you say you have your grandson, is he a narc, or you're just saying that your grandson, he was in contact with the narcissist? Because you guys know there's some children that are narcs or some older adults or preteens. So you want to be mindful of that. But yeah, also in terms of Valentine's Day, though, like I said, if you're single, no worries. Now, if you're in a relationship, that's great. Hopefully you and your partner, you guys love each other and you're able to spend some quality time with each other. Now, for those of you that are married couples, hopefully the marriage is going great. And all that good stuff. Or maybe you might have a crush or a love interest. Hopefully you're able to do something fun or nice with your person. That'd be really cool. Oh, okay. Your grandson is 2 years old. Oh, okay. Cool. And give the video a like, you guys, if y'all in the room. Let me know if y'all like it. Oh, and also, if you guys are feeling called to, you like my videos, you find it helpful, you find it insightful, don't hesitate to leave a donation because it definitely does go to the continuation of these videos, these lives, and all that good stuff. Just lets me know that you guys are learning from this and it's valuable to you. It's benefiting to you in any way. So let me know. And if you would like to leave a donation, I would say thank you in advance. I truly do appreciate it. And yes, hit the like button, just saying. But yeah, if you would like to donate, you could do so, $Coach Joy, 510, or you can book a session with me too. That's totally fine. You can book one for tomorrow for Valentine's Day, if you just want some encouragement, some motivation. Also, if you want to donate via my PayPal, it would be at livenarcfree9@gmail.com. All right. But one other thing before we do wrap up, again, you guys, make sure if you are feeling or dealing with some insecurities after dealing with the narcissist, yeah, so kind of like what I'm doing now, listen to other people's stories about overcoming insecurities, right? And also try new things, try new activities, explore, go out, have fun, meet new people, try certain hobbies, travel, just join a club or join a support group. Excuse me, get active, right? That's what I started doing. I was active. I started doing yoga. I joined different support groups, and I was traveling during that period of time, and it was just like new adventures, new things, new experiences kind of thing. And I also did listen to other people's stories on how they overcame certain insecurities. Now, the other thing is you might not just be insecure, right? Like I said, you may have triggers, you may have withdrawals, right? You may have relapses where you want to talk to the narcissist, you miss them so much, you miss the good times, even though the good times were not good. But you may miss them, but yeah, you gotta be strong, you guys. And you may feel weak, you may feel so weak to the narcissist, but just remember, they don't love you. They don't. That was the biggest, that to me was kind of like it for me. I'm like, if you don't love me, yeah, I gotta love me. I'm just saying. Because you have to be with someone that loves you. If they don't love you, then why are you with them? Kind of thing. So I'm just saying. But anyway, you guys, I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that it resonated. I would love to know what was you guys' takeaway. Did you learn anything new? Or was it more so just kind of like a confirmation for you? Kind of like, oh yeah, like I knew that. Oh yeah, like I feel where she's coming from. I was thinking the same thing. I agree. Like, you get me? So let me know. Was this a confirmation for you? Did you already know this, what I said? I would love to know. Yes, you gotta love yourself first, because if you do not love you, who else is gonna do it? Nobody. I'm just saying. You guys, I'm being silly today. I don't know. I'm just like in a silly vibe. But yes, you guys, love yourself. You have to heart yourself. If you don't heart you, then nobody else is. So yeah. I love you guys. I'm sending you so much love in the world. I want to hug you all. Give me hugs, 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 hugs. Maybe we should do this every live. We're going to hug each other. All right. So I'm giving you guys a hug. So I'll see you all in the next video. Give the video a like, share, and subscribe. If you want to reach out to me for any support in any way, you want to try any of my products, my services, that link is going to be below in the description box. And till the next time, happy Valentine's Day. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, you guys, and don't forget, join my free Facebook support group. I will see you all in there. Don't be shy. Join. We would love to have you. All right. Love you. Bye.